Last week I won this at auction, and as you can see, paid this much. PCGS gives it a value of $110. I'm okay with the price I paid. Could I have gotten a better deal? Well, hard to say. These seem to sell pretty hard and fast on all the auction sites. But here is the image they gave, and we'll go ahead and click on the obverse of the coin. Got a little bit of scuff going on there. This is an MS63, and what I'm going to do is open it up, and then we'll look at it under the microscope. All right, this is the container that they ship it in. It is inside a bubble mailer, and it says pull apart down here. I just rip along the edge here. Yeah, kind of the hard and fast. Oh, peeking out. There she is. I'm going to, instead of showing it to you this way, maybe I should show it to you this way. I'll give you a quick show. There we go, quick show. Whoop. It is, in fact, the coin. And now let's look at it under the microscope. So here we have the slab under the microscope. I'm gonna get into position here so I can move it around for you. This is the obverse, and you can see some scuff marks here across her cheeks, but still a pretty good strike. A 1980S, still has some nice luster. I always like when, obviously it's an MS63, so you're going to be able to see details, but I always love to be able to see Liberty there. And as I rotate, you see the flowers and the ivy in her hair, and a bit of swirls in her curls, which is fun. Not proof-like, but still nice luster. You've got some scratches. That's what makes it that 63. And if I rotate it up a little bit and get the light on it, you can see differences. But not a lot of chatter in the fields, at least in front of her, up until you get up across from her eyes and then see it right up there. But nice. Most of the Morgans that I have in my collection right now were from my grandparents, and they're really rough shape. They're not nice at all, but they were circulated. And as you can tell, you can still see so many details in this one, which is great. And if I play with the lighting on this and bring the light down just a little bit, you can get even more details. Actually, I'm dealing with two light sources. If I warm it up, you get a different look yet. I like to keep it on a fairly cool light. Let's turn it over. We'll see the reverse. And there you see at the base, underneath the little bow, you get that S mint mark. If you want to go in a little bit, I can get into the details a little bit more. And there's that S. And see the tail feathers. A little less details on the tail feathers on a 63. And in the body, you're not seeing as much details. A little bit of carbon spots there. And scratches here off to the edge of the feathers in the fields, and a pretty good gash on that one. It sounds like I'm being critical of it. I'm really not. It's just I'm trying to teach myself why this would be a 63 instead of a 64. And a good way to look at these is to go to PCGS Photograde, and when you get a coin that's slabbed like this and you have it graded, to hold it up against their 64 and 65 and see if you can see the differences, so that the next time you send in a coin, you might get a better grade just based on that knowledge. I think it's a really helpful free resource. Got a video on that. And yeah, again, nice luster. The luster on both sides is pretty much equal, and you're not getting any deep cameo or cameo on this one. In God We Trust, United States of. But overall, a nice coin, and paying around $79 shipped I feel pretty good about that. It's a nice bit of 90% silver to add, plus the history thereof. An 80S is not rare, but it's affordable, and for a beginning collector such as myself, it's nice to have in a holder and an MS63, or even anything graded. AU would be okay too, to start having those as a beginning collector. And then you can always work your way up. You can start a registry set, but I'm happy with it. I hope you like it too, and thanks for watching. My name is Andrea, and this is Dig for the Pony. Please like and subscribe.